Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries with Lisa Richmond. I am Lisa Richmond, and this is Tarot Tuesday. So, welcome. I'm just blessing my space and my cards. Thank you to my divine guidance team showing up today, and I clear out any energy that is in a lower vibration. Any energies outside of my energy field, I release. I let go of anything that isn't mine and bring in my energy. Connecting myself into the highest frequency, my highest timeline. And if you all want to just take a deep breath, connect our hearts into our highest frequency, connecting into our love energy, asking our higher selves and our guidance team to step forward today to bring through any messages deemed for the greatest and highest good of all involved, from and only from the highest consciousness available. And may we be surrounded by love, ease, and grace today. Great. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If this is your first time being here and tuning into my channel, welcome. And if you did just stumble upon this and you're not a subscriber, then this is definitely a message that you're wanting to tune into, because chances are there's a message here for you. And, well, no matter what, inevitably, if you're tuning in, there's a message for you. So I pull cards every week, and then I use the cards that I pull as a kind of as a guidance in to connect with my guides, to pull through a message or channel a message that the collective needs or people viewing need to hear. So essentially, it's Spirit gives me the cards that I use to tune into. And then once I've tuned into that, I relay the message in whichever capacity that people need to hear it. And if it isn't typically the way in which you see this card being read, if you're a tarot reader and you're like, that's not what the Three of, Wands is, well, that's just what Spirit told me to say about it. So that's how I do it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get started. We're going to start with the Light Seers Tarot. This is a very awesome deck to read and use, as the pictures really do a great job of telling a story. So let's get into this. Let's get into the goods. That's the Knight of Cups, by the way. The Three of Wands. That's funny, because it's the one I used as an example. So clearly, obviously, that one's got some significance. Okay, these two came together. So, the last few times that I've done readings, I've had the last two come out together. Okay. So the last two I have are the Eight of Wands and the Magician that came out together, which is really cool. Okay, so let's start it off with the Knight of Cups. As you can see in this picture, we've got a romantic at heart. He's sitting there with his flowers and his white horse, and he's just, he's got the picnic and the bowls, and it's just like, the Converse shoes. He's every guy, and that like sleeve tattoo. I'm not gonna lie, that guy's like right up my alley. That would be my choice, my type. Actually, it does kind of look like my husband. Anyway, enough about me. This is about connecting to the receptivity of that heart-centered and that heart-filled love. Last week we talked about being super open and honest, vulnerable about our connections with our loved ones in relationships of all kinds. And I think that this is kind of the response to that, in that night energy is very fast-paced. It comes on really quickly, okay? But the Knight of Cups is more, it's not as abrupt, it's not as forceful, yet it's an energy, a night energy that comes on with like speed, but not forceful speed. So when you have the Knight of Cups, it's like an energy that shows up in a heartfelt way, in a way to connect with your heart, in a way to connect with your desires and your needs. And this is, I feel like this is something, yes, it can signify somebody else. Obviously, it can signify a loved one coming in, or maybe if you've been calling in a really great match, it's time to have a bit of a romantic connection, or a couple fun dates, right? Like really getting to be pampered and like wined and dined, right? Who doesn't love that? Well, actually, there's some people that don't, but this is the bit of the romance card. But it doesn't have to signify a significant other. It can be within a marriage or an existing relationship, kind of a rekindle where you have a little staycation and you like come together and say, after last week, I'm thinking that we need to connect or something like that. And then you plan something, you plan a little staycation, you plan a night away. Or it could be reconnecting in a really heartfelt way with someone that is a long time coming. Okay, so it could be a friendship, it could be a family member that it's like, it's been a really long time since our hearts connected. I really feel like we need a one-on-one time, or we need to go for a long walk and like just connect our hearts again. And that can be really nourishing and a really loving energy. So this is like connecting our hearts and finding the people and the things and that allow us to receive, have that open-hearted receptivity of love, and also have that freedom to give love. Okay, and lastly, they're saying, don't forget that it is about ourselves too. So we can go in and nurture ourselves and take ourselves on a bit of a date. Okay, when was the last time you took yourself on a date? Go to the movies by yourself. It's actually really fun and I love it. Going to your very favorite place to eat and ordering your own food and having your own time to think about your own things and not be on the phone or not be taking care of other people. But, like what is it that if you had to sit down and write the list about the things that you really want and what you want to receive, what are you writing? And can that be you? Can it be you that is receiving that? Okay, from yourself. So this is like a healthy dose of receiving some love, okay? And not having it coupled with any fear, not having it being like, well, I want to do this, but what if he leaves? Or what if this is the last time we see each other? What if he blah 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 blah? If it is coupled at all with any fear, really cognitively try to allow yourself to let that dissipate and be in the moment of receptivity and enjoying the finer things. Go get yourself some yummy dark chocolate and have yourself, for me, I pair it with like a decaf coffee in the evening, and I just like, oh my God, light a candle. And it's like that little romance for yourself. So what do you need? How can you give it and receive it without fear? And it's really about like boosting that part of yourself right now. Okay. And that is a bundle of love. Like, who doesn't want some love? I think it's about receptivity of love right now. And then moving into the Three of Wands, I actually think we get this every single week. Like, I don't know, like this energy about waiting for your wave, right? Waiting for the opportunity to come in and taking that opportunity, and don't stretching yourself too thin. They're saying don't stretch yourself too thin with dabbling in a bunch of things that really aren't in an alignment, aren't in an energetic match for you. I think that when you, with the Knight of Cups before, if you are kind of full, if your cup is full, when you're saying like, I'm running on an empty cup right now, like there's not much I can do when my cup's empty. The Knight of Cups indicates about filling your cup. So when your cup is full, you have the ability with the Three of Wands to be patient, patiently awaiting what you know is coming. So you've done the things, you've filled up your cup, you've taken care of some odds and ends, you've tied up loose ends, you've said no to the people that need to say no to, you've invited in the opportunities that you're waiting for. Now this is about like, don't jump the gun, don't take thing that isn't in your highest and greatest good. Wait, be patient. Timing is everything. And what they're saying too is that we might have thought that our opportunity or what we really wanted should be here by now. And so the whole patience thing is about saying, like, there's a lot of things that need to align for it to be time, the right time. It's not just about you. It's multiple different things that need to line up in order for your opportunity to come in. And there's no wrong decisions. You might just take a wave that you think is the one that you've been waiting for. Go, opportunity might not work out. You come back to shore and you stand and wait again. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You've got lessons in there. You've learned out things so that you know exactly what you're looking for your next wave. That's life, right? There's no wrong move. But what they really want to emphasize with this is about being patient. And it's like, you've done a lot of the work already. You've taken a lot of waves already. You've ridden a lot of waves in. You know exactly what wave you're looking for, but know that there's multiple different things that need to transpire in order for your wave to show up. So although you might be a little anxiously waiting and been like, hey, like, how come I've put all this time in and my opportunity hasn't come up yet? It's coming. Just be patient. Okay. Make sure you've got all your stuff done. Make sure everything's taken care of first. Your cup is full, loose ends are tied up, and that you're actually really ready to take that opportunity that's coming in. And when it comes in, take it. Okay. Another thing, they said this with the first card. If it's backed up with fear, it's not going to be authentic. Okay. Trust. You've done all the work to get yourself here. Trust that you can handle this wave. You can handle the opportunity. This is what you've been working for. So there's a big trust thing. And if fear comes in, allow yourself to, like, interesting, fear showing up. That's not really what I'm feeling. I heard something this morning. They said fear is false ego acting. Oh God, now here I go, completely gone. You guys are not gonna lie, my concussion has messed with me. It's been weeks and I am still like jabbering on. I forget things all the time, or I just randomly fall asleep. It's bizarre. Acting real. Okay. False ego acting real is fear. False ego acting real. Because in what's actually real with us, in our authentic self, our higher self, as we're in this human experience, what's actually real isn't fear. Fear is just the ego part of us to keep us safe. We talk about this all the time. But I'm going to talk about this in Thoughtful Thursday, because there's been a big download about this, about the fact that we have so much ascension coming in with the sun, and the light codes coming in with the sun, that there's so much expansive energy. But with it, what did I say before, is that when light comes in at such capacity, there's also the shadow side in equal capacity, because as it shines bright, then casts the greatest shadow as well. And we all have shadow sides to us. So with this increased energy frequency that's coming in with the sun, we're having these beautiful alignments and ascension experiences. Yet we are also experiencing, either from others or aspects of self, shadow work as well. And so the whole point of that coming up is that is acting as fear with a lot of things. So know that when you're waiting for your opportunity and you've worked on this, whether it's like you're looking for that house to come on the market, you're like, how come my house hasn't sold yet? It's been up for sale for a really long time. This job position, got listed for a long time. I haven't heard anything back. Why am I not getting this promotion? Or like a recognition of something, or taking the first step in your opportunity. How come I haven't gotten paid for this? Something like that. Like, you've been waiting a long time for it and you're like, really, like TikTok kind of thing. But they're saying there is a lot of things that need to align, and don't be fearful. Don't go into the shadow of it. Trust that when it comes in, it's in full alignment for you. Okay. That's a trusting card. The last two we have is the Eight of Wands and the Magician. It came out together. So Eight of Wands energy is really a like strong push through. It is that like extra incentive to move forward. It is that like a turbo button. Beep, press the turbo button, take off. Along with the Magician, which is like, once that wave comes in, once your opportunity comes in, know your cup is full. You've recharged your love batteries. You're feeling good, feeling confident, waiting for that to come in. And then boom, Eight of Wands with the Magician comes in. It's like you've got full send energy. It is time to go. You've got everything you need. You've been working really hard. This is like the push of work. And like trust, like after that trust, and you're actually take the wave, it's like it's with speed. This is speed, but trust with speed. You have everything you need in your little magician bag. Okay, you have all the tools that you need along the way, and that you'll surprise yourself as well, like when you're going and then all of a sudden something comes up and you'll be like, no, I got this, like don't worry, I got this. Or you have the answers, or like all of a sudden you stumble upon the right doorstep and it's the right person, right time, right day. That's that kind of stuff. It's that synchronicity. There's magic behind this. Okay, so at the beginning, it's like it might, right, for the next little bit, it might feel like there's a little pause, but that pause is intentional. Okay, that kind of calm before the storm, but the storm is big. It comes with great results. I feel like there actually might be a storm, but that's okay. Eight of Wands, Magician card. You're going with full speed. You've got everything you need. Trust yourself. Trust your guidance team. Your intuition has opened up so much. Trust that. Okay, you have more magic in your little magic sack that you're walking around with than most people hold in their pinky finger. Okay, so you've got the gifts. You've got the stuff. Chances are a bunch just opened up for you, and that you've had this like exceptional spiritual awakening, and you've had all these things, and then Knight of Cups, Three of Wands happens. There's a little pause there. That's purposeful. Okay. Regrouping, recharging, filling with love. You need to fill your cup with love right now. You need to hold on a second to make sure that it's time to go, because when it's go time, it is go time with a whole lot of magic. So that is really important for you to know. Okay. So trust is such a huge thing this week, and allowing yourself to either process and transmute the fear that comes up, or like personify the fear that comes up, saying, oh, I see you showing up. I see the fear showing up. It's trying to present itself as real, but it's an ego aspect of myself that's trying to keep me safe. It's okay. I got this. I got this. It's going to be okay. All right. Now I'm going to take the guide, the Blue Angel Oracle. So we're going to pull a Oracle card here. Spirit, what do you need to show us today for our... So we have number 27, Wings of Light. So this is such a beautiful card, and she kind of, like, her vibe reminds me of like the maiden, or Mother Mary, but like maiden version. Young and not even, aware of what's to come, but holds the wisdom within her. This is really the wings of light. I see feathers in the background. I feel this is a very angelic presence. There's a lot of lightness. There's a lot of beautiful connection to the angelic realm in this. And so if you do have connection to the angelic realm, and some of your guides are angels, or one of your signs is seeing feathers, or that of a loved one that's passed on that shows up in that feather energy or that angel kind of realm. This is a card saying, like, there is this lightness around you. There's this like ultimate knowing. And I feel like the ascension part of this and connecting into those higher realms, because everything that we see is a reflection of how we what we reflect. Our visual representation of what we're reflecting is that representation of our reality, right? Like, it is like, it's like, what radio station are we tuning into? Are we tuning into the fear station, or are we tuning into the light station? Both are existing. It's just what you're focusing your attention on. And this is like really, really strong right now with the light codes coming in and the shadows being casted. We have the tendency right now, our tendency to lean into fear is going to be really strong, but the light is also very strong. Okay. Our ascension is very strong. The veil is thinner, our connection with the angelic realms. So they're saying, like, focus on the light, be like, connect into your meditations. Maybe make the meditations ones that are connecting to the angelic realm, into the more divine, the divinity, that feminine, that like open-hearted energy, because there is some lightness that needs to be felt right now. So number 27, oh, I opened up. Positive news, a positive result or a joyful message arrives and brightens your day. Once you receive it, you may want to pause for a moment to reflect on the people and things that matter most to you. Thank the universe for these gifts of love. Friends, family, community, country, world, universe. Is it not all important? Is it not all a blessing? So here's the affirmation. The universe is inside of you. For you are the luminous essence from which all stems. Let us give thanks for this eternal blessing and great mystery. All right. So that's exciting. Like, open your heart to receptivity, receiving some of these gifts. And when it comes in, again, don't couple it with fear. Ooh, should I have this? Should I take this? Is this, can I afford this? Blah, blah, blah. Open heart, receive. They're saying too, if feathers are a sign for you, let that be a sign that this is for you, this message for you. Open your heart, receive love, receive the gifts that are ultimately available to you. You've done the work. You're deserving. It's time for you to receive this big love energy that's coming in. You deserve it, okay? You really deserve it. Okay, we're going to end the reading off with the Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck. I tell you, animals are such big messengers right now. They're bringing in so much wisdom. If you're seeing any animals right now that are continuing showing up or just like randomly showing up, know that it might have significance to you. So we have number 53, Seahorse Spirit, Watch and Wait, which is very much like the Wings of Light and the Three of Wands. And the Flamingo, which is Embrace the In-Between, which is the Three of Wands as well. It's just waiting. Watch and wait, embrace the in-between. You're waiting. But it's not like you're waiting like, TikTok waiting in a panic mode. It's like book one is wrapping up. Like, you've done the karmic wrap ups. You've done a lot of the stuff. You've had these like enormous ascension experiences, this waking up, this spiritual connections. A lot of these, you know, the last couple of months have been incredibly big for energy hitting the planet, right? And what's been going down with us. And we've been feeling it and wondering like, what is going on? Okay. We are about to walk in and embrace some of the greatest light and connection to these higher realms that we've ever experienced. But there's this bit of a lag that's happening because there's a lot that has to be in consideration for this. Okay, so if you've seen a seahorse, which I have quite a bit lately, actually, this is your sign right now. Flamingo, if flamingos hold any kind of significance to you, or if either of these cards, if number 53 or 26 resonates, or the message behind it, which is waiting and embracing the in-between and knowing that your time is coming. Make sure your cup is full, take care of all the things around you, and know that this in-between is as important as your past experiences that have brought you, and whatever's to come is the in-between. This is your opportunity to like do your manifestation tools, like bringing yourself into the reality that you want, realigning your energy so that you're exactly where you want to be in order to bring in that alignment, to create that cause and effect. Okay, when you're in the in-between, this is your opportunity to do some like revamping of your energy. Yes, filling your cup, but also being like, okay, like attracts like. We know this. What do I want to attract? I know from all these other waves that I've ridden, I know from all these other experiences that I've had, this is what I love, this is what I don't love. These are relationships that have taught me this. This is my red flags, these are my green flags. Like, you have so much experiences. This is the in-between. This is the in-between worlds. We are moving from that 3D to the 5D. That is such a simplistic way of saying it, but true. Right? So you're in the in-between, being able to decipher, going through all the old files, spring cleaning. What do I want? What do I don't want? Okay, timing is everything. This is your opportunity to be receptive, the receptive part about taking in that light energy, okay? So I hope that this resonated. Please let me know in the comments any experiences that you might have had coming face to face with an animal energy that might have signified something. Look for feathers and take this time for a little staycation, either with yourself or loved ones, to really fill that cup up, okay? So enjoy the in-between time. This is like grace period. This is really important. Okay. So I hope to see you all back on Thursday for Thoughtful Thursday, where I want to talk a little bit more about all these crazy sun codes. So thank you so much. And I love you all. Have a great week. See you next time.